Welcome back to the Public Pool Podcast. I'm Michaela Pascal, and this is Jack O'Shea.
Last week before Halloween, baby.
Yeah, I think we still have one more week of costumes, though. I didn't realize that there was...
I don't think we do we?
Next Friday's Halloween, so we have one more.
So this is a 5 costume month.
This is it's a 5 costume month.
If you're not watching it, let's just say we have a situation here. No, we are...
Or Snooki and Mike's situation.
Nicole Palazzo.
Snooki.
And Michael, the situation, Storantino.
Yes.
From the hit reality series, Jersey Shore. Did you watch Jersey Shore when it was like live?
Secretly.
You did?
It's definitely not allowed to.
Yeah. How old were you? I feel like you were like 7.
No, I was young. I didn't watch it through. I think I basically watched when I could. And then when I got older, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Probably when I was in junior high and stuff like that. Me and my friends would watch it.
Yeah.
But it was just such a cultural thing.
I know I've given you this whole rant before. I think it was the greatest reality show of all time.
I think so too.
I think the first season, second season, and third season are literally it's peak reality TV. Mm-hmm. And the best way to just hammer that point home is the fact that, okay, they were planning on it being the real world, but for Guidos. Which one, they brought the word Guido back. It was considered a racial slur, and they just were what if Italians say it so much?
It's so funny how much Jersey Shore did for Italians, American Italians.
Yes.
But most of them weren't Italian.
No.
It was like Vinny.
Vinny was legit Italian.
Yeah.
I think they all had Italian last names. JWoww didn't. JWoww's name is Jennifer Farley.
Yeah.
Which is
an Irish girl.
As an Irish man, I can tell you is very, very Irish. She was just black Irish.
Yeah. Snooki was Chilean.
She was adopted by an Italian family, a nice Italian family.
Yeah, which I think that counts, actually. Yeah. I think that counts.
Oh, yeah. They all had Latin blood, basically, to mix with the Italian, which basically kind of evens out.
Same.
You got the Mediterranean, you're good.
Yeah.
But the fact that they wanted to be the real world, wanted to be one of these shows where every year they have a new cast. Of Italians going to the Jersey Shore. The first season was so good and so iconic. They were no.
We will never...
This is the permanent cast.
Yeah, we can't... Lightning won't strike twice with this situation.
They're what we have here, we can't just try to... If we try our luck again, it's not going to be as good. There's no way.
Yeah.
And so they just kept on running it back. It is amazing.
No, it truly is peak TV, and it was peak TV because it was right at the beginning points of social media.
Yeah.
Where it was there was MySpace and eventually Facebook, but it was
yeah.
They were doing the craziest shit, and no one was gonna cancel them, it was
because they didn't have you're right, social media,
it was
pre-Instagram.
So that's why it was so good. It was they didn't care what people thought of them. It just was you either watch us or you don't. All they had to care about was the tabloids, and who gives a fuck?
They thought it was cool. That's the whole point too. They thought that was really cool. Them throwing up in the middle of Us Weekly was really cool.
Yeah, and it is.
And it is really cool. It should be really cool.
Yeah.
I remember. So it's funny because you said you watched it secretly, and I was I don't know because I watched it secretly. And I was I was a few years older than you.
I think basically everyone who lived with their parents watched it secretly because any parent watching that is what the hell is what?
I know. I remember watching it.
And I was an MTV kid growing up. It was my family time was watching MTV programs.
Yes. Yes. It wouldn't have been that out of the ballpark for you to watch it.
No.
But I watched it. The first time I watched it, I remember it was, we had a 2-hour delay, which you don't know what that is, right?
No.
So when it snows,
okay,
either school's canceled, school's on, or if it snowed overnight, but not that much, they just have to wait for the plows to basically clear all the roads. So they call it a 2-hour delay. So school starts at 10 instead of 8.
Would you always be so bummed? Man, why do they have to plow? Just let us have the day.
Oh my, you've no idea.
That's so annoying.
The amount of times that we would go sit in front of the TV, all 5 children, we'd sit in front of the TV and we'd have the news on. And on the bottom, on the little ticker on the bottom, we would have anybody who grew up where there's snow knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you would watch the ticker go and it would say school cancellations and would go through every single school, the 1,000 schools in the area.
Yeah.
In the market, all of the different schools. And you'd look and I swear to God, every single time, every school was closed.
Yeah.
And it'd be in my school, I'm 2-hour delay. And just our rationale too, we were well, they're going to change it.
They're going to change it.
Well, they have to. Look outside. It's too dangerous.
Yes.
It's too dangerous. And then me saying to my mom, you know what? Even if the school is still on, even if it's 2-hour delay, I don't know if it's safe.
I don't know if it's safe.
And my mom would be we live closer to school than anyone you know.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, that's how they get you. That's how they trick you.
That's how they trick you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wish I had some. You know what? Every Wednesday I did have a late start in high school,
Yeah.
actually, which was the best because as a girl who was like experimenting with like makeup at the time, I was like, instead of me being like, oh, you just sleep in more, I was like, awesome. I get to do my makeup for
What a
another
great
like
thing.
hour and a half. Like,
That's how you know you're a go-getter, though.
Yeah.
You took advantage of it. So I took advantage of 1 2-hour delay, I remember, I took a bath in me and Henry's room. My brother and I shared a room and we had a bath. And I remember I was like, I'm going to take a bath. It was cold. There's nothing better than taking a hot bath in the snow when it's snowing.
yeah, no, that feels kind of nice.
And
It's kind of like going in a jacuzzi when it's like at night.
And I used like my $50 laptop. I think it was Hulu, but that might have been, I did the same thing for Glee, the first episode of Glee.
Uh-huh.
I remember watching it 2 hour delay in the bath.
Yeah.
And I watched the first episode of Jersey Shore and I just remember being like, this is bananas.
This is peak.
And then like 2 months later, you know my father, he's your father-in-law now.
Yeah.
My dad, we were watching like a game or something and my dad was like reading something. He goes, have you heard of this show, Jersey Shore? And I said, yeah. And he's like, there's a guy in it. He goes, I'm absolutely, I haven't seen it, but I'm loving it. There's a guy in it who calls himself The Situation. And my dad, I'll never forget my dad saying that.
That honestly, that is absolutely peak something your father would love.
Oh yeah,
Your
he
dad
loves
loves
Jersey
stuff
Shore.
like that where he's like, the situation, I like
The
that.
Situation. No, Jersey Shore though, it's just the greatest show of all time.
No, it really is. I like it. Like it's although it is second to the Kardashians in my life,
you, yes.
but just for me. But I objectively am like, no, Jersey Shore is better.
It's better.
I just like the Kardashians, period. But
The Jersey Shore is better in the sense that it's almost like a found footage movie.
it really is.
Like if you don't know what found footage is, listeners, the Blair Witch Project is the exact perfect definition of it, where it's basically like, hey, this is just like a home movie that we took and edited together, but this is all real shit.
Yeah.
It feels like Jersey Shore weirdly feels like if they had never made that, when people started getting like video phones,
yeah.
like if somebody just took a bunch of videos from a month and put it together, they could have made the Jersey Shore. This is what people are like.
Yeah. And it was like also at the same time as like Girls Gone Wild and like stuff like that, where it was like party culture. It was like recession. Like,
yes.
Like that's why I'm like, we're hitting recession pop right now because we're in a bit of recession. It's like parties are coming back.
Yes.
It's like, we need something to look forward to.
We need to purchase alcohol in bulk.
Yes.
And so how great is it for house parties?
Yeah.
The perfect way I think to describe it too is this was the era of LMFAO.
Yes, absolutely.
Like their theme song, Get Crazy, is LMFAO.
That's yeah.
And it's like, okay.
LMFAO is the best. Like they're the ones where I'm like, just get back together and like do it again, guys. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Because I just right now with music, I'm like, everyone's like coming back right now. Like the Cataracts like came back recently and it's like, guys, do your thing. Like
meanwhile, LMFAO was like bigger than all of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
LMFAO had like
they're in a league of their own.
They could make they've only had like 3 albums, but they could make a greatest hits album.
Absolutely.
That's how popular their songs are.
Yes.
God,
like can you imagine if they had a residency somewhere out here in Vegas? I feel like that would like help revive clubs.
Yeah.
Like we need the city needs you.
Here's why it won't revive clubs. And this is really sad.
I know.
Because it will revive clubs for me. I'll go. I don't think the clubs are really actually no, for guys they want the older guys are better for clubs kind of to an extent. But I'm saying like they want the 23-year-old who has $300 spending $300 in the club. Yeah. In the club. That's to get the line going.
Yeah.
Do you know how I know Jersey Shore is better than Kardashians though?
How?
Because when the Kardashians came out, it changed style. Changed how nobody wanted to emulate Jersey Shore. Nobody, there wasn't an up in tans. There wasn't an up in hair gel. Everybody was like, the Jersey Shore was the whole country has come together and been like, you see how these freaks in New Jersey live? like people wanted to be like the Kardashians in Chicago. Yeah. No one in Chicago wanted to be like the Jersey Shore.
No, the Kardashians aren't really a Halloween costume.
No.
Jersey Shore, the whole cast is always a Halloween costume.
Like you just look like a Kardashian normal. You had to do some stuff to look like Snooki. Yeah. It is the funniest hairstyle.
Yes. And it's iconic.
It
Like
just
it's,
and she did it because she's short, right?
I think so. Give herself a little bit of a boost, which I love.
Because that's my other favorite part too. You look at the Jersey Shore. I love doing this. I love looking at casts of like reality shows, and basically, I'm a guy, so I'm always sizing up. I'm like, okay, how big is everybody on the show? And for most guys, it's like they're always smaller than you'd think.
Yes,
And
that's the thing is, all actors, everyone on TV and movies is much smaller
Yes.
in real life than you think.
Yes, I've worked honestly influencers too. I've worked with a ton of influencers in like the earlier part of my career, and I looked like they would look at me like I was Andre the Giant sometimes, and I'd be like, I'm like a little bit above average height wise.
Yeah.
You guys are just really small people.
And like I'm like tall for a girl, I
Yes,
guess,
you are.
but I'm not freakishly tall. Like we're not
No.
that anyone's freakishly tall, but like
There's some freaks out there, babe. Come on. Come on.
you're right.
Come on.
You freaks.
Yeah.
But like that's always the first thing that people say to me when they meet me in real life is that they're like, "Oh my God, you're so much taller than I thought you were gonna be."
Well, you and I, because we're both, I think, evenly tall in the sense of like for percentile,
Yeah.
people assume that we're shorter than we are because that's what most people are.
Yeah.
And then when we meet people, it's always really fun when they're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
we're tall people. It's fun.
That's right, bitch. We're bigger than you.
We big people. We see above you.
And then last thing I'll mention about Jersey Shore, but because I could talk about it for fucking ever.
Should we just do a Jersey Shore rewatch podcast?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they're doing one yet. Should we just take it from them and be like, we'll do it?
Well, it's so funny no one's doing it. You're right. Because one, it would do well.
Yeah.
And like 3 of the cast members probably should do it for financial security.
Absolutely.
And I'm shocked that they haven't.
Yes.
Like, why haven't they done that?
I don't know.
Like,
What are your opinions on the rewatch podcast for all these shows?
what is it?
What are your opinions on like the rewatch podcasts?
I don't typically like them.
I don't either.
I actually like them when they're made by not the people in the show.
Me too. I
like listening to other people like me who love the show talk about it.
yes.
Them talking about it, it ends up, they give me a lot of facts I don't really give a shit about.
Yeah, the only one that I like semi cared about was the New Girl
New Girl
one,
one,
just
yeah.
because like I'm such a super fan of that show. I
Yeah.
was kind of like, let me hear all the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I didn't like keep up with it every week. But like, also wasn't like dying to listen to it. Every now and then I'd toss it on. But like, too many people are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't need them for the kids shows. And so many of the
No.
Disney kids, which I feel bad, like the Disney and like Nickelodeon kids are like starting them for those, and it's like. We don't need a Wizards of Waverly Place rewatch podcast. We don't need a Ned's Declassified pod. That's my favorite is the Ned's Declassified rewatch podcast.
Yeah.
They are so drama with each other. Like they are like
I went
So
to college with a girl who looked so much like the main girl from Ned's Declassified.
Oh really?
It was like, it's crazy because one of my Forrest dated her for like 2 years.
Oh really?
And every time I saw her, I was like, I never even watched the show.
Oh, but you're like you look like that girl.
Every time I saw her, I was like, you look just like this girl from Ned's Declassified. Yeah.
They shot that show at a school in my district.
I feel like all the shows are like in your district, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Ned's Declassified podcast is so so the girl apparently is just nuts. Like she's like had like scandals before they even did this rewatch podcast.
Yeah.
And then the main guy, Ned, and her, the whole time apparently they're just talking about how they were like weirdly hooking up and they're like being strange about it. Like
Yeah.
they're like, let me talk about the time you went down on me at the, and it's like
Really?
it's like we don't need to talk about that. We
Really?
can mention it for the lore, be like, yeah, we used to hook up.
Weren't they like 12?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
they
You know
were,
what?
like,
That's not a thing.
I mean, maybe they're like 15, but like whatever.
I
But,
don't
like,
care.
I don't care. And
That's-
then I don't know. Like apparently,
That's
like,
weird.
The last I heard of it was like all 3 of them were fighting or some bullshit. Like where
You're actually kind of selling the show right now.
Yeah.
Just so you know. The
you're
fighting,
right,
the
you're
drama.
Right. Maybe I need to be in on it. You
the
know, I'm
drama-
talking shit. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're kind of selling a really good show.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the Jersey Shore, they should do a rewatch. Another reason why the Jersey Shore is low key like one of the best shows ever, scripted too, is that there's like, and nobody talks about it, this really, really sweet, like brotherly relationship is formed throughout the first season and it continues where DJ Pauly D is, I think, by far the oldest of all of them. He's like,
Is he? Yeah.
I think he was like my age.
What do you mean he's your age?
No, he was like my age in the first season.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, what do you mean he was at the Jersey
No,
Shore and
no,
he was
like-
your age? I was like, he would have been.
No, he was like my
Too
age.
young.
He had been going to the shore for like
Yeah.
5 years too long.
Yeah.
But like already.
Yes.
And
Which is kind of what you want.
Vinny, what's his last name? Guadaducci?
I forget. That's one of those things where it's like, I just read it, so I can't pronounce it.
I feel like it is Guadaducci because That seems like a word that like I would, if I'm saying that, it's because I know it. But anyway, Vinny was like newly 21. Like a decade younger than Paulie. And Paulie and Vinny could not be more opposites. And Vinny, who was like, this is my first year at the shore, was very in over his head from the get-go. Really nice guy, 0 tattoos, no muscles. Opposite of Paul. Paulie's like a professional DJ, not selling out clubs, but like bar mitzvahs. Like Paulie's a special type. Everyone here has met Paulie's. At the time especially, where it's like, what is this guy doing with his life? I'll tell you what he's doing. He's having a lot of fun.
You know what though? Paulie was working.
No, he was working. Well, because he had to. Because he'd been out of his parents' house for so long. You got to buy a car. So you have to work fucking hard. That's why Paulie's got a really good work ethic. He's been through shit. And throughout the series, Paulie just takes Vinny, who was so like a baby bird, under his wing. And it's the friendliest, it's the sweetest story. That if you just look at it from that angle, you're like, this is really beautiful. And they really like help each other out. Like, you know.
No, they're like such a sweet little bromance. And I mean, now they have their dating show together.
Oh yeah, they have a million.
Double Shot of Love.
They're best friends. They're best friends. And again, Paulie's so much older than Vinny. The Keto Guido. Vinny got on some steroids, just a little bit.
That's fine.
Got tatted up.
That's part of their culture.
It is.
Who am I to talk wrongly about their culture?
The scene in the first season when JWoww and Snooki explain, and Sammy too, Sammy Sweetheart, explain that they're going to the beach to look for guys, and they describe all the guys that they like as gorillas.
It's Gorilla Central out there. It's Gorilla Central.
It's freaking Gorilla Central.
I get that because I'm with them where I'm like, I want a man. Like that's why like, the Timothy Chalamets don't interest me. I want a man.
I do question the people who are interested a little bit in the Timothy Chalamet. I love Kylie. And Kylie's in another ballpark of like, she's. There's clearly something, and I actually love Timothy Chalamet because the guy knows ball. He can talk sports better than I think any celebrity outside of Eric Stone Street, and I love that. But it is kind of strange to me when I see adult women be like, Tom Holland. I'm like, he looks like a little baby boy.
He's just a little baby boy. Yeah, I agree.
He plays high schoolers.
No, I'm looking for Gorilla Central.
You want a gorilla?
Yeah, I want a gorilla.
And you know what they did? They found gorillas. And it's guys who were on
steroids,
anabolic steroids. A lot of them.
And that's also why the show was so good, was not just the cast was drunken on steroids. It was everyone that they were going out with
and
meeting was drunken on steroids. It was the perfect combination for a reality show. Like, so I actually have been seeing a lot of like people talking about the new season of Love is Blind, like in the subreddits and stuff like that, saying that like a lot of the drama on the show stems from people having too much alcohol, and people are like production needs to stop that or blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's not the case. Like it's alcohol is causing this, but it's like it's reality TV. You kind of want them, and also even if they were dating outside of this, they would be in all of these situations with alcohol. You have to let them drink the way that they're going to drink. And I think because they're in social situations.
I think the producers would forfeit a lot of things before they forfeit alcohol.
Absolutely.
Because they're right in the sense of like, if they don't have a couple drinks, it's a really boring show. Not because they're like not going to say anything crazy, but because they might not say anything.
Yeah, because people need to loosen up. People, especially when it's like when they're not a celebrity, being on camera is incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my God. Yeah. You're like, holy shit, for the first time ever, millions of people are watching every word I say.
Yeah, like that's kind of what's the bummer about Big Brother now is like they really limit their alcohol, which I get it because they're trapped in a house and people are already kind of going stir crazy.
Yes.
But I'm like, the early seasons where they let them drink, there was so much more drama.
Baby, the early seasons of Big Brother are Jersey Shore.
Yes.
Like, why am I already? Rachel is a Jersey Shore cast member.
Yes.
Like she was Jersey Shore era.
Yes.
Of like, no, cocktail waitress, fuck you, I'll say it to your face.
Yes.
Now there are a bunch of like kind of like nerdy shy people.
Yeah.
And it's still great TV. We'll never miss a season, but it's like, get the gorillas in there.
I know.
The problem with the gorillas is it can get dangerous.
Yeah.
Anabolic steroids, it doesn't just give you muscles, it gives you something we call rage.
Yeah, that's what I was saying though. It's like you got alcohol and steroids. It's like it's a mix.
Guys, season 1, like episode 3, Ronnie gets arrested for assault.
Yeah.
because he has roid rage.
Yes.
And the cameras just kept filming.
Yeah.
like he just would go up to people and punch them in the face.
It was a documentary.
It was a documentary
These
about...
people didn't need to be produced.
It was a documentary about young Italian Americans.
Yes.
And their Northeastern culture. And it's like, they tried to recreate it in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what they called it, but I watched the first few episodes. And I was like, this just isn't the same thing. It was the hillbilly version.
Yeah.
Which I get them doing.
Or was that the Floribama Shore?
Floribama Shore is the third iteration.
Yeah, I think they canceled that because I think someone died.
Well, that's one of the reasons they canceled the West Virginia one too.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
West Virginia they canceled because somebody died because they shot it and basically it was like, okay, here's hillbillies and how they live together.
Yeah.
The problem is they were never in public because it's just huge, vast amounts of land.
Yeah.
There's no bar. The bar is where the coal miners are.
Yeah.
It's not where the hot bitches and gorillas are. So, so I remember watching it being like waiting for okay, who's the JWoww?
Yeah.
And then the season ended, nothing really happened. And then we found out that like two of the guys they were all on meth the whole time.
Yeah.
We didn't realize that. They're all on meth. I'm sure if we rewatched it, it'd be like, yep.
Be like, oh yeah.
And they like robbed somebody and then because they're meth heads and then fled and then they died somehow. And it was like, yeah, this is in Jersey Shore.
Yeah. I was thinking of speaking of the being on drugs thing or whatever, because Kim Kardashian just did the Call Her Daddy thing like last week or whatever. And I was listening to that. And then she was talking about something about when Kim Kardashian did Molly.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Because I remember on the show she had said, she's like, I've done Molly twice.
Yeah.
She's like, the first time I got married in Vegas. The second time I filmed the tape or
Yes.
whatever. And it's just, honestly, it's like, and it just made me think about like the whole Ray J thing and now how he's like, they had me do this. This was set up and blah, blah, blah. And I had nothing to do with this. And it's like, the whole tape is so funny looking back at it. Not that I'm encouraging anyone to go look at the tape again, but it's like, she's so clearly on Molly. Her jaw's swinging the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's just looking into the camera dead sober the entire time. He's making sure the angles are good. I was like, I think someone wanted to make that tape. And I don't know if it was the girl on Molly.
I have a feeling. Yeah. Wait, you're telling me that guys want to make sex tapes that girls aren't super down with?
I know.
That's so weird. I don't know what the urge is. Because like I'm not going to say I don't have that urge, but there is something...
It's the urge to perform, you know?
What's that meme where it's like the innate feminine want for, and it's like it'd basically be like, it's like in cursive, like it's kind of Tumblr writing where it's like the original one's like the innate like feminine,
like the feminine urge to
like mother or to like cuddle or something. Like it's just all positive stuff. And then people would replace it with things. It's like there's like an innate masculine urge to be like, to pee on stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like I would understand that if I had a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've thought about like, okay, if I had a dick for a day, the first thing I would do is pee on something. Absolutely.
Women are fascinated by that.
Yeah.
It's a gun.
Yeah.
I can aim. I can aim everywhere. I could aim up. It just doesn't go well.
Yeah.
You have to have a heavy stream.
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of force to be able to hit something upwards. I've done it. But
have you?
Oh yeah, I could.
Up?
Well, not like straight up. Straight up, I think you could probably
hit yourself if you do that.
You could do that, and then also you probably could get like a foot before gravity does its thing.
Yeah.
You're forgetting about gravity.
I'm always forgetting about gravity.
Women are always forgetting about gravity.
Literally every time.
The Roman Empire
and the words
gravity.
of Trisha Paytas. What if gravity was never invented? You know?
What if it wasn't?
What if it
wasn't?
wasn't?
Damn you, Isaac Newton.
Yeah.
If only the apple didn't fall from the tree.
Only the apple didn't fall from the tree.
But no, you get. I can't even count how many times like I've been. Me and guys are outside. Who can pee the farthest? Like it's just you're.
Okay, so stuff like that does happen with guys. Like
of course.
because that's in my mind.
Not often and never sober. But yeah,
but like in my head, that's how guys hang out. Who can pee the
when
farthest?
we're drunk on the way home from a bar.
Yeah,
and then the cops show up, and it turns out you were in a school zone. And you don't want to be the guy who was currently peeing because that's actually, it's something nobody discusses. That's really unfair.
Yeah.
If
it's after school hours, it's safe.
I just feel like there should be something subjective. It should be a subjective thing where they're looking like, wait a minute.
There should be a new charge. Like,
yeah.
Instead of like.
Were you hammered? Did you know there was a school there?
Yeah.
Was there anyone around you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you weren't doing it for anything.
For anything nefarious.
For any sort of like. Turn on.
You were tinkling for joy.
You were peeing because you had to pee.
Yeah. because you thought it was funny.
And also you had to pee because
Oh yeah, because you just have to pee.
Because you drank a bunch of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, in my head, that's how guys hang out. So they're just like,
should that be our big political movement?
no.
I think that should be our movement.
I
Everybody's
don't-
got a movement.
Yeah, but
Leo's got climate change.
Yeah,
We want to relax certain laws in controversial areas.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I want to be the face of a controversial movement
Someone has to
that's
be.
trying to lax laws.
This is, and you know what? This is why
predators.
things don't change.
I
This is why things don't change.
maybe it's just
'Cause of
tinkle inside.
cowards.
I guess let's tinkle at the bathroom. My God, you'll never know what it's like to have to squat on the side of the road.
No,
That
that sounds.
that's a feat. It's terrible.
It's crazy.
You like pee on your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're drunk enough and we have to pee bad enough, you're like, oh my God, it's my foot. Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I officially am old. I missed a really big internet meme. That's the
What?
first of its kind. I don't know what the whole 6'7" thing
Okay,
is.
so I looked into this because
I saw, and I've been seeing it, and I just haven't looked into it because I usually wait for the answer to come to me.
I'm going to make you feel better.
Okay.
It means nothing.
Okay.
The whole point is that it means nothing.
Okay. Cool.
The whole thing is that it's like people just yell it and go, whoa. It's like just it's honestly, you know what it is? It's like 420 or 69.
Okay.
Except it doesn't have the different meaning. But you know when somebody's like 69,
Yeah.
like that, it's like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So anytime 6, 7, and I looked up like the origins of it, it makes no sense.
Okay.
And that seems to be the point.
Okay. Cool. Because I was like, oh my God, am I old?
Yeah.
Like I had one of those moments where it's like I missed a moment.
Do you know when
I'm such an internet queen.
The reason why you missed it is because there isn't anything there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so to feel better about that.
And it feels like a Gen Alpha thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
I don't even know. I don't think it's Gen Z. I think Gen
No,
Z is feeling like millennials right now, where it's like they're kind of saying it, kind of.
Yeah.
Kinda, like okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like the people who like watch Twitch streamers the way that we watch TV.
Okay.
Age.
Yeah.
And have only ever known that world. The COVID children.
The COVID children.
The children who were homeschooled for COVID.
Yes.
You know what meme I never understood? I got the concept of it. The what are those? I never got it. The cop is wearing clunky shoes. And the guy says, I got a question for you. What are those?
Like his shoes. Like, what are those? It's just kind of to be like, ooh, burn. But like,
I didn't think his shoes were like that bad. Were they that bad?
No, I
thought they were like standard issue.
Yeah, I
shoes.
think they are standard issue. I just think it was just punk ass kids being punk ass kids, you know?
I couldn't get over the fact that the shoes didn't seem that ridiculous to me.
Yeah, so you were like, you refused.
So I was just
I thought you were talking about Damn Daniel for a second with the shoes. I was like, wait a minute, different shoe meme.
Oh no, Damn Daniel is fantastic. I married Damn Daniel. We talked about that. I worked for an internet show. Damn Daniel came on. We had a contest.
The kid who said Damn Daniel or Daniel? Daniel.
And I remember saying at the time, the kid who said it is the real star. Damn, Daniel.
Yeah.
We had a show and there was something where like a fan, because he had a ton of fans, we were gonna marry him on the show.
Okay.
And so a fan like FaceTimed in on an iPad, and I'm the funniest person to ever put in a wedding dress.
Yeah, of course.
And so they put me in the wedding dress, and I had the fans. I held the iPad in front of my face.
That's a good bit.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did a lot of like kind of low key funny things.
Yeah.
That, like, Damn Daniel, we did a bit where I didn't teach Jordan Jones how to drive, but again, they put me in a dress. They were teaching her. She had just gotten her driver's license, or was trying to get her driver's license.
Okay, wait. I confused Jordan Jones and Zoe Laverne.
Jordan Jones.
She's the triple threat.
It's a triple threat talent. Jordan Jones, by the way, I'm going to say this as someone who's worked with her.
I've also worked with her, actually.
I've worked with her many times. One of my favorite people.
Yeah, she seems great. She seems
Could
like
not
a
be nicer.
super stage kid. Like we're
stage kid, but like her parents like remembered me every time, because I was always I was basically like in this not very popular whatsoever show. I was like what Dax Shepard was to Ashton Kutcher and Punked.
Yeah.
I was always the guy that they put in the costume who would do the funny, weird thing.
Yeah.
And so I just did so much stuff with Jordan Jones where it's like, okay, so this time Jack's going to be hit in the face with something.
Yes.
And she hit me with a mini car.
Okay.
While I was dressed as an old lady crossing the street.
Okay.
I had a lightsaber fight with Logan Paul. I was Darth Vader. I did a lot of crazy random shit.
I know. It's so funny, like looking back on like our old like stuff that we've done like separately or whatever. I'm like, I don't even remember half the stuff. That I did.
Like there's crazier things I did. I don't remember.
Like we were both part of like old school like
yes.
challenge era YouTube.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of both of our peaks in our previous careers.
Yes.
Like the other day, my best friend was talking about a sloth, and I was like, wait, I think I've touched a sloth.
Yeah.
And that's just something I forgot.
Yeah.
Like I touched a sloth,
yeah.
and I forgot that I touched a sloth, and I'd like go dig up a photo, and I was like, oh yeah, I have a photo with the sloth.
Yeah. You can tell that you've been working in that industry for long enough. And I remember the day where they were like, hey, like somebody came into the office, into my office and was like, I was like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I don't know, nothing. I'm going to go to the break room, but they have like a alpaca in there or something.
In there.
And I had no urge to go see an alpaca in the office.
Yeah, you get to a point where you're like, I just don't care.
I just don't care anymore. And in hindsight, it's like, that's crazy. Go see, there's an alpaca inside.
Or like when they're like, they would use, because like, especially during our time was really the beginning of celebrities being like the press circuit included these YouTube channels and stuff like that. Like so many random ass celebrities would come through. It like stopped being like cool.
After a while, you're like, they're just another person.
Yeah, which is great. And like, I loved meeting people or whatever. But like, I remember there was one time where, and bless her heart, I love her. One of the Fifth Harmony girls was like coming in to like do like a thing. And I bumped into her in the bathroom and like, I wasn't supposed to see her yet or something like that. And I just was like, oh, hey. And she was like, oh shit. Like I wasn't supposed to, and I was like, oh, fucking whatever. Like I was like, we're both going pee right now. Nicest girl ever. Yeah. But it just like it's like a bummer where it's like, yeah, there's a fucking alpaca. One of the Fifth Harmony girls is in the bathroom. Like,
okay.
Like it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you had I wouldn't feel bad about the 6'7" meme. I genuinely, I'm at the stage where I don't like it.
Yeah.
But then again, I was always kind of like, so it means nothing. Okay. Okay.
I guess before we get into like sports gods, I have, I guess, a personal commentary on an athlete this week.
Give it to me.
I am all in on Klay Thompson.
Okay, I love that.
I remember like a couple months ago, I was asking you like, is he a good guy? Like,
he's
what's
a really
his
good
deal?
guy.
I'm all about him now. Like that. Yeah. I'm so unworried about Megan Thee Stallion at this point. It's making my heart flutter. Yeah. They seem so happy. She was just sitting with his mom at like the basketball game. Yeah. This past weekend. It was like, they're for real. She's posting him. She would never just post her man, you know? Like,
no, he's like a really good guy. He's really good player.
They just seem so happy. And I love that. Like
Hall of Fame basketball player who's like, you know, the hottest take he's ever had, or the most he's ever like, what do you call it? Made waves was they do this all the time in basketball, especially like the top 100 players of all time or something. Maybe it was top 50, and they didn't include him. And he basically was like, that's bullshit. Yeah. And it was like, because it kind of is bullshit. But in the same time too, it's like, well, basketball, there's so many players. But that's like the craziest thing he's done.
Yeah. Because he's just like a nice, normal guy.
He's a nice, normal guy who's really good at shooting a ball. Yeah. Like, and I mean that not even like in a negative way. I'm like, no, he's like the best 3-point shooter besides Steph ever. Yeah. Like, he's really good at shooting a basketball.
Yeah, no, just I'm all about him. Like
I love that.
They're gonna get engaged next year.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make a prediction. Okay. Ooh, because I'm going to start, by the way, I need to start bookmarking my predictions on the show.
That's what I've been saying.
We've had so many things happen that I've been like, I said that on the show. Like,
you need to clip it and post it. And call it.
Yes, because I called Selena Gomez getting married the last weekend of September.
Yep.
I called Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I believe I said they'd be engaged by August, and they got engaged in August.
Yeah, you need to bookmark it, and either every month, every quarter, every year, just do a highlight of like things Michaela's called.
Yeah, okay, because I'm trying to think, when would Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson get engaged? Because I don't think they're going to wait.
Do you want me to give you like I'll give you just some general calendar details as far as basketball goes.
Yeah. Okay. One season.
So let me actually double check really quick. Okay, so the basketball season just started, and it basically goes through, if you make it to the finals, through like beginning of June, like end of May, beginning of June. So it's long, it's really drawn out, because the playoffs, basketball games they're treated almost like football games. I swear that's one of the most annoying things to me. If you're following a team, it's like every like 4 days they play. Yeah. When it should be like every day, like baseball is. It's really not that. Like it's you could play every day, you're probably okay.
A lot of people do pick up basketball every day.
People do that every day. Yeah. And obviously like
A different level.
Different levels and stuff. It's risking injury, but yeah, they could. From today until like June-ish, May, he's on the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to make the playoffs, but they probably won't make a title run. So he'll probably be done playing basketball beginning of May.
Okay.
Or maybe a little bit earlier, like maybe like kind of like mid-April-ish.
Okay. And basketball just started?
Basketball just started.
We're end of
yesterday.
October. Yeah.
Yeah. We're recording this on Wednesday, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. Then my instinct is to say that they'll be engaged between end of August, beginning of September.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're going to finish out Hot Girl Summer. That's how she'll end her Hot Girl Summer is with an engagement.
They'll have a really hot summer.
They'll have a really hot summer.
They'll be together. They'll be doing stuff.
Yeah.
He'll have Summer League, but he doesn't really play in that.
Oh, Summer League. I forgot about that.
He might get traded or something like that, but he's also such a veteran right now that it wouldn't really affect him. He shouldn't be retiring anytime soon.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's
okay. Because I think actually they've probably been dating quietly for longer than we think.
How long have they been together officially? A year? 6 months?
Like it's quietly been like not that long. I think it was like Valentine's Day. We kind of saw.
Yeah.
Was that when they?
I feel like it was actually more recent than
I think
that.
it was too. I think maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
Like you said to me, I swear to God, it was like this summer you said.
Yeah.
Who's Klay Thompson?
Yeah. I don't remember. But like it hasn't been that long, but I bet that they've been low-key dating a little bit longer than we've known.
One of my favorite things in life is Michaela asking me if I know a certain athlete. And the answer is always yes. It gets funnier sometimes.
Yeah.
Like one time, like we had an offer to meet Emmett Smith because he has a restaurant in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you said to me, do you know who Emmett Smith is? And it's really funny for you he's the all-time rushing leader. He's a Hall of Fame. He's one of the best running backs ever, especially statistically. And it's like, yeah, of course. It's like, yeah, I know who Emmett Smith is. Like, I'm trying to think of like who that would be in your world.
Yeah, like if you were like, do you know Jessica Simpson? Like
kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, have you heard of Jessica Simpson?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel. Where I'm kind of like, did you just ask me that?
But then sometimes I'll be like, oh, who is Kendra married to? Like Hank
Bassett.
Hank Bassett.
And well, he's a name where it's like, that's the number one is Braxton Berrios.
Yeah.
You saying, well, Braxton Berrios, and me being like, that sounds familiar. Who? And he's like not a football, like he's an NFL player, but he's like a practice squad guy, or like he's not. He'll be like the last receiver on a team. He gets some reps. He'll get some
he's
targets.
Out right now, so
that doesn't change much.
Changes everything. He hurt his ACL or something.
Okay.
Also, by the way, when we met Emmett Smith, there's nothing better as a lady than a professional athlete standing next to you, looking you up and down and saying, damn girl, you're tall.
Well, so running backs are very little, and he was running back. Running backs aren't very little; they're very short.
That. I was expecting a large man. He wasn't a large man.
Yeah.
But then for him to look me up and down and go, damn girl, I was like, I know I'm a big bitch.
Okay, do you know who running backs are? Running backs are the professional version of the short king who, in order to compensate for his lack of height, decides to get massive muscles.
Okay, yeah.
And you're like...
A thick man,
but
not a tall man.
Where their width is not that far from their height.
Yeah.
That's what running backs are. The best running backs basically are squares.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
You don't want to be... It's kind of a combination of like the taller players get moved to the positions where it's more beneficial to be taller growing up so they don't end up playing it.
You know, that's the thing I do like about football is I feel like there's a position for everybody.
There is.
Everybody is beautiful in football.
Sweetie, that is such a good way. Okay, because every guy who's ever played football will tell you this. The first practice you go to, they have everybody line up. It's like when you're going on like a horse ride. And they just immediately, they're like, screw body positivity, screw being sensitive. We're going to tell you what you are. And they literally point at kids and they're like, join the lineman. Basically, any kid who's like a little chubby. Lineman. You guys are the guys who aren't going to have to run that much, but you're going to be big and get in the way of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, you're taller and skinny. Receivers. You're shorter and like kind of hit puberty early. Running backs. Like it's just, they really divide you.
There really is a position for everyone though.
Yeah.
And I think that's really sweet.
And then in basketball, they do it literally by height. They're like, okay, we have 5 kids. Go in height order. All right. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Huh. That's it. And then the best basketball players are the ones who were shorter when they were kids. So they were the point guard. They're really good at dribbling the ball.
Okay.
And then I swear to God, like every amazing basketball player has the same story. He was only 6 foot when he graduated high school. So he was point guard. And then he grew a foot.
Yeah.
And he's 7'1" now. And he can dribble like a point guard, but he's the size of a center. And he's Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, you want to move into some segments, girl?
Well, let's do it, babe.
I think before that, we're going to have a quick sports gossip brought to you by Fox Sports.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're actually aware, but we're in the middle of college football season right now.
Yeah, you literally have Fox Sports on all day.
Wait, do you even know how many college football games are played on like any given Saturday?
I don't know, like 50?
Yeah, pretty much, just about 50.
Wait,
yeah.
I was right? Like actually 50?
Yeah, that's it.
And of course, you try to watch all of them.
Yeah, obviously. But until recently, it was actually really hard because like a lot of people, I broke up with cable years ago.
Cable was like your long-term girlfriend and you kicked her to the curb because you thought you could do better.
Exactly. But in order to watch all the college football games that I wanted to without cable, I had to get like 8 different streaming subscriptions.
Which is basically like dating 8 different people at the same time.
Which was expensive to begin with. And then they started raising their prices like every other week.
Playing the field costs money.
And like watching college football just became like a huge hassle because I never knew which games were playing on which app. And then switching back and forth between them took forever because they all have different interfaces and they would take forever to load.
You're putting your energy in too many places.
But then one day it just hit me.
She was right there all along.
Yeah, basically. I mean, sure, cable's still around, but there are other options too.
Yeah.
Like streaming pay TV providers that have all of the networks and games I want right in one place. And it's actually cheaper than having all these subscriptions.
Monogamy's underrated.
Plus, I can switch back and forth between all the games with like a touch of a button. I can record them on DVR. I can watch 4 of them at the same time with multi-view.
So basically what you're saying is that cable
or any live TV provider
is like the one true soulmate for the college football fan.
So guys, if you want to stop cheating yourselves out of the best college football and live sports viewing experience for the biggest events, go to watchfoxsports.com/public pools and find a live TV provider in your market to get all of the Fox Sports action, plus so much more football and other major sports this fall. Okay, are you ready for sports gossip?
Hit me, sister.
Okay, Snooki, so we have a Boston Harbor's worth of tea about LeBron James that needs to be discussed.
I feel like LeBron's always low-key drama.
Yeah, because the NBA, more than like any other sports league, is basically like a big high school and all the players are like a bunch of like high school cliquey bitches.
So I'm assuming you're saying is LeBron is Regina George?
Well, according to this book that just came out, he's actually giving more like Amanda Bynes from Easy A.
Oh, so like two-faced.
Yeah, like there's literally an entire chapter of the book that's just dedicated to Russell Westbrook basically ranting about how fake LeBron is.
Okay, deets please.
Okay, so Russell Westbrook joined the Lakers in 2022, and from the beginning, like you could just tell it was not a good fit.
Like kind of like Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Like it just didn't feel right.
And Russ got super annoyed because like to the media, he would be like, OMG, me and Russ are besties. But then like behind the scenes, he was just trying to get Russ traded.
OMG, hashtag fake AF.
And like to be fair, Russ that season was like Riverdale season 4 unwatchable. And LeBron being fake isn't exactly like breaking news.
Okay, gotcha.
Like whenever there's paparazzi around, LeBron's always like holding or reading a book.
Like a trashy beach read, Harry Potter. Like what are we talking?
Well, actually, he did go through the Hunger Games trilogy.
He's such a District 2.
But usually it's something like deep, like The Art of War or Malcolm X's biography.
Are you saying that the Hunger Games isn't deep?
But then someone noticed that in all the pictures where LeBron is reading, he's always on like page 1.
Oh my God, somebody give this man an Audible subscription.
Also, Russell told the story about this one time. I guess the Lakers like brought in Will Smith to give a motivational speech to the team.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, especially since this was 6 months after he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
No.
But so apparently when LeBron heard that Will Smith was coming, he was like, yeah, no, and just like left.
He was ditching class.
But then the Lakers coach, he went out and he was like, girl, you can't just like leave.
If the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do.
And then when he came back, according to Russ, he just like did like a total switch and just became like a total brown noser.
Me when the flight attendants are giving a safety demonstration.
Like after Will Smith was done, like inspiring the Lakers to get jiggy with it or whatever he was doing, they had a Q&A session. And then LeBron was just like being such a pick me. Like he just kept me like, what? I got a question.
Poor Will Smith catching strays. The book's not even about him.
Okay, so here are some things that happened in the sports world this week that like I didn't feature in sports gossip, but I just want to keep the besties in the loop.
Okay.
Okay, so last Thursday, we had the Unk Bowl, which is, by the way, like the hardest thing for me to ever read because...
The Unk Bowl?
Yeah.
Like chopped in unk?
Yeah. So do you know why they call it Unk?
I thought it just meant like uncle. Like
It
you're
is.
old. Yeah.
Uncle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Unk. But it, honestly, like that kind of drives me nuts a little bit because as we've talked about on this podcast many times, like I'm a very literary learner. I see words like how you spell them when I talk and stuff.
Yeah.
So Unk
UNC.
is UNC, which is
right.
University of North Carolina. And it like...
So they the Unk Bowl?
So they called it the Unk Bowl, and I was like, the UNC Bowl? Because UNC played like on a Friday. So I was like, are we talking about tomorrow's game when it happened? But they called it the Unk Bowl. It was Aaron Rodgers, who's currently 41, and Joe Flacco, who's currently 40. They faced each other.
Yeah.
Now, I looked it up. This is the second oldest matchup, which is kind of a bummer because it really seemed like this would be the oldest matchup in history.
Yeah.
But it's the second.
Okay.
The oldest one was Tom Brady, who was 43, against Drew Brees, who was 41.
I know Drew Brees from the One Direction Pepsi commercial.
How could you not know Drew Brees? He's a queen. Honestly, he's kind of a short king for an NFL quarterback.
Okay.
We'll get to that later, too, with quarterback height's going to come up in a second. Anyway, so everybody was like going into this being like, this is just going to be a mess. It's going to be the most boring game. It's the oldest quarterbacks in the league. Like, Aaron Rodgers seems like he still has it. Joe Flacco feels like kind of like a fluke, whatever. No, it was like the most exciting game of the year. Like, they literally looked like they were both like 25.
The daddy showed out.
Like they were both like, especially Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was like running the ball. Like he ran. He's not even these aren't even running quarterbacks. Like running quarterbacks, like literally, it's like that's a part of their game. Like Jalen Hurts, like he's a running quarterback. Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco were like pocket passers. So like the traditional like old white guy quarterback, where it's like they just sit back and throw.
Okay,
that's what they are. Not this game. Apparently, they were Michael Vick this week. The game ended up being like it was like close to like almost like the Giants Broncos game, where it was like they kept on coming back.
Okay.
The Bengals ended up winning. They ended up upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Love it.
The kind of craziest moment happened though. So the Bengals scored and they were winning with like 2 minutes left. Aaron Rodgers had this crazy fucking play where he threw a touchdown, like a Hail Mary, like, oh my God, the Steelers are back on top. After he threw the touchdown and everybody's freaking out, everybody's celebrating, one of the Steelers offensive linemen, this guy Broderick Jones, tackled in celebration Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers stood up, and they kept on showing it in slow motion, stood up and gave him like the dad look, like, you're in so much fucking trouble, dude.
Yeah.
Like he literally looked at me and just, you could see in his mouth, he was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, Broderick Jones is in trouble because like, even if he wasn't Aaron Rodgers, quarterbacks during practice wear red jerseys to separate themselves from the rest of the team. If the quarterback gets hurt, the season's kind of fucking over.
Yeah.
So they're like, quarterbacks do not get tackled outside of games.
Yeah.
When the other team is like, let's hit him.
Yeah.
You do not hit your quarterback. Broderick Jones, in celebration, tackled Aaron Rodgers. After the game, Aaron Rodgers was laughing about it, and he was like, I fucking love Broderick Jones.
Yeah.
He's the first guy to celebrate every time we score a touchdown. Like, I love his energy.
Yeah.
And he was like, he texted me to apologize. And I said, look, Broderick, Rod, I love you. I love your energy, but I'm 41 years old. You can't just be tackling me like that.
Yeah.
And he said it through like giggles. Like he wasn't actually that mad, but in the moment he was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, no, it's like when you come home and your dog chewed something. It's like the immediate dog guilt. Where it's
Yes. And Broderick Jones is also low-key hilarious. He's pretty good. He's an offensive tackle in the NFL. And he's a pretty good one too. And somebody tweeted, I legit think Broderick Jones has Down syndrome. And he retweeted it and just said, I do. Like he's just really funny. And he was excited. Oh my God, let him have a break.
Oh my God, let a girl celebrate.
But Joe Flacco, he was just traded to the Bengals. And he was really funny too. He was talking about, because the Bengals have these two like young, like amazing wide receivers. And he was telling this one story in this one podcast where he was like, it was weird because like I'm 40 years old, but when I first went and joined the Bengals, like a week ago, he was like, I was actually like, I kind of had butterflies. I was like a little bit nervous. He was like, when I'm throwing it to Jamar Chase, I really want to make sure I throw a good pass. So he's like, okay, this guy's good. And he was like, in the first pass I threw, I missed him. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
He thinks I stink. Meanwhile, he's Joe Flacco.
That's so cute.
He won the Super Bowl in like 2009 when Jamar Chase was like 4.
That's so cute.
It's like the cutest thing. And because it's like quarterbacks, like they have like the most complicated job where they have to memorize all these plays, and every team has different vernacular for like what the plays are and stuff to kind of keep other teams from figuring it out.
Of course.
And so
secret codes.
And so he's like, he joins and it's like, he doesn't have that much time to learn their whole playbook. And so he said that like Zach Taylor or their offensive coordinator, whoever's, I don't know who the play caller is for the Bengals, would like pipe into his helmet. Cause you know, that quarterbacks are like walkie-talkies. He would pipe in and be like, hey, this is the play. And Joe Flacco was like, I would hear it and be like, shit, I don't know what that means. And so he'd be like, all right, guys, he would just say it. And so the players knew what it means. So they'd do something. And he would be like, and I would just kind of look and throw it who I thought was open.
Just gonna wing it.
And they fucking won.
Awesome.
Yeah, they won.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay, so my knowledge.
Yes.
Joe Flacco was just on the
You got it.
Browns.
Yep.
Okay, yes, he was their first string, and then there was the
Dylan Gabriel was their second string.
and then Shador was the third. Okay, so Joe Flacco moved to the Bengals after Joe Burrow got his toe hurt.
Toe Burrow. Look at you, girl. At the end of the season, we're going to do a quiz.
Yes.
We actually have to.
Yes. How much did I retain from this season?
So we're actually about to hit, we could either do it next week or we could do the following week.
Okay.
Because there's 17 games. So it's like, what's half point? It's 9.5 weeks or 8.5 weeks would be half point. So next week is week 8. We could do it in week 9 if we want to, where I give you like a mid-season quiz. How much do you remember?
Yeah.
Because that could be really fun.
That's actually really fun. Yeah. Because I like a good quiz.
Yeah.
I like a quiz.
Okay. Oh, so the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets are the biggest dumpster fire of the year. They're 0-7. They haven't won a game. But weirdly, the Miami Dolphins are like a worse dumpster fire. It's like kind of depressing. Like they're one of the first teams. They're 1-6. They're one of the first. It's like one of the first times where I'm like, maybe they should just like not play. Where I'm like, it doesn't really look like anybody wants to be there. They kind of like look like a bunch of kids who are being driven to like football practice and they don't want to go.
Yeah.
Like their dad's making them go.
It's like my dad signed me up for karate, but he signed me up for 6 weeks, so I have to do all 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the coach, Mike McDaniel's, like the only reason why he hasn't been fired yet is because people think that they're probably just like tanking and they're like, why fire him? He's losing anyway.
Yeah.
And their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, most difficult name to say. He keeps on having these press conferences. He's the one who had 1 million concussions. He keeps on having these press conferences where it's like, Tua, why did you say that?
Yeah.
Last week he did this one whole thing where he basically kind of like ragged a bunch of players. Last week it didn't make a ton of sense. But this week, so they got destroyed by the Browns. That's how bad they are right now.
Okay.
The Browns are, the 3rd or 4th worst team in the NFL, and they got destroyed, or they destroyed the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So everybody was asking questions like, why weren't you throwing the ball to Jalen Waddle? Like your star was your best receiver now that Tyreek Hill is hurt. And for some reason he said, and he's going to need a new contract soon. He was like, well, so I'm obviously not very tall. The offensive line and the defensive line are really tall. And I was having trouble seeing him. So the reason why you're like, why the fuck would you say that? Is because that's the biggest knock on him. Because quarterbacks, like, offensive linemen are huge. They're like 6'7".
Yeah.
They're really tall people.
6'7".
6'7". Yeah.
Ooh, whatever the kids say. Yeah.
Unk.
The Unk Bowl 6'7".
So he's six. So he's like he's somewhere in the 5s, taller end of the 5s. But his big knock on him and a lot of quarterbacks, Kyler Murray and stuff, is basically like when the play starts, sometimes they can't see over the line of scrimmage. They don't know what's going on for a lot of the field. So if Jalen Waddle is behind the lineman, he literally can't see them. Whereas like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, like Joe Burrow, all these taller guys have no problem seeing them. They can throw it over the middle. They have more field to throw it to. Therefore, they're better quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, like short quarterbacks are always really sensitive about that, where they're like, no, I can see, I can do it.
Yeah.
And he just basically was like, no, I can't see.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there goes $20 million in the future, buddy.
Yeah.
Why would you say he's too concussed?
Yeah.
And I think he's just depressed. I think they're all just depressed. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
And then finally, so Jaden Daniels is the star quarterback for the Washington Commanders, and his mom just tweeted, and I quote, "I wish you would stop manifesting RG3 on my son." So let me tell you the backstory because it's actually kind of interesting.
Manifestation space.
Stop manifesting things,
Stop
guys.
manifesting.
She needs to get an Etsy witch to reverse the curse.
Yeah, that's what happened to Harrison Butker, apparently.
Yeah, I could see that.
Everyone
She
hired
got cursed?
Etsy witches. I said, preying on your downfall. Now they say every time he misses the kick, the girl gets her college degree.
So the Commanders fans are starting to get like a little bit anxious right now because the life and career of their star quarterback right now, Jaden Daniels, is eerily similar to their former star quarterback from 12 years ago, Robert Griffin III, aka RG3. Like I'm talking like the parallels are like almost like kind of freaky.
Okay, Freaky Friday.
Yeah, like the deja vu is very like valid.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go through the comparisons, okay? Here are how they parallel. They're both dual threat quarterbacks, which means that they can both like pass really well and run really well.
Okay.
Which is actually pretty rare in the NFL. Usually you'll have like running quarterbacks where it's like they're not very good in the pocket, or just passing quarterbacks like Eli Manning and Peyton Manning where it's like they're not going to run the ball too far. RG3 was born in Japan. Jaden Daniels is part Japanese.
Okay.
So he says. People don't really believe him. He just randomly came out. He like changed his profile picture to the Japanese flag and they were like, why? He was like, because I'm part Japanese apparently. They both won the Heisman Trophy in college.
Okay.
They both were the
So did OJ.
So did OJ. They both were the second quarterback and second overall pick in their NFL draft.
Okay.
They both won Offensive Rookie of the Year and took Washington to the playoffs their first season.
No, that's hashtag twinning.
Like even before this like newer, more unfortunate stuff that they're similar in.
Oh.
People were already comparing them where they were like, this is like weirdly exactly 12 years ago. Like suddenly I'm in 2013. Like suddenly I'm in 2012, 2013 again.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they also share a long history of serious injuries.
Oh.
RG3 hurt his knee his last game of his rookie season, and he was literally never the same. Like he went from being like, this is the future of the NFL, clearly a Hall of Fame quarterback, to holy shit, it's kind of over.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels survived his rookie season, but he hurt his knee the second week of the season. He missed 2 weeks, and then he played another few games. Now he's going to be out another week because he hurt his hamstring.
Okay.
So that's why Washington fans are kind of like, that's why Washington fans and Jaden Daniels' mom is like, stop manifesting RG3.
Yeah.
Even RG3 weighed in and he was like, RG3 basically was like, listen, every Commanders fan wants the best for Jaden Daniels. Like I'm wishing him all the health and luck and just like all this stuff.
Yes.
Because it really is like a tragedy of what could have been.
Yes.
Because people forget like RG3 was basically Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Like he was the best not the best quarterback, but like he was like, I think ranked like number 5 quarterback going into his second season.
Okay.
That's pretty crazy as like a sophomore season.
Yes.
And Jaden Daniels is like right up there. Like when I did the top 5 quarterbacks, I put Jalen Hurts in there because I knew that Eagles fans would freak out if I didn't.
Yeah.
By the way, he shouldn't be because now that we're this far into the season, everybody's pretty much acknowledging like Jalen Hurts is not very good. Or he's just kind of average. Jaden Daniels was the one I would put in instead of him. Yeah, he would have been the 5th best quarterback.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy seeing this happen. And I just know like, I'm not even a Washington fan, but like, man, it's hard. Like watching me like, holy shit, are we about to just like, he's barely playing this season the same way RG3 did.
Yeah, no, we need an Etsy witch to like protect him.
Yeah.
Or he needs a protection spell.
Or maybe Washington isn't the best place to have like dual threat quarterbacks who just run all over the place and take huge hits.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be like more of a Baltimore thing.
Yeah.
Or like a Buffalo thing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that's hashtag twinning. Let's just hope it's like positive.
Yeah.
Positive outcome. Then he gets to be his own twin, know?
It's eerie. It's eerily similar.
It's like when twins go to college and they have to be like, they're separate people for the first time. Like maybe that's the case.
That's what they need to do.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he should meet with RG3 and be like, what did you do that I shouldn't? Mm-hmm. And he will say everything that you're currently doing.
Yes.
Because they're the same person.
Yeah.
Like there's even more kind of similarities too that I was like, this gets too in the weeds.
That's so spooky for Halloween.
Yeah.
You ready to do the skinny dip?
Let's dive in, babe.
The girls are fighting again.
No.
And by the girls, I mean Haley and Selena. It never ends.
I know.
It never ends. And this time I'm pretty disappointed by Selena.
This time?
Yeah. Yeah. This to me has been the worst.
I'm Team Haley because somebody has to be.
I'm so Team Haley.
Yeah.
Even though I am a Selena Gomez fan, I'm Team Haley if we're picking teams.
Let's be fair. Let's be real. It's not really fair because Haley Bieber didn't have like a Nickelodeon or she didn't have like a Disney show to build an army around.
Yes.
Like she's never had that ability.
Yeah.
Or that opportunity.
Yes.
So it's an unfair fight.
No, it is an unfair fight. So the Wall Street Journal was just interviewing Haley Bieber about her company Rhode entering Sephora, which is like a really big deal.
Yeah.
And honestly, the journalist was very shady. The reporter was asking if Haley feels competitive about having to stand up against other brands at Sephora.
Yeah.
And then Haley responded, and then Haley said, I think there's space for everybody. I don't feel competitive with people that I'm not inspired by. Which is like, okay. Like, I don't think that that's snarky at all. I think people maybe are just like reading into that. Like, I'm not competitive with people I'm not inspired by. I don't think it.
You can flip anything. All she's saying is like, I'm not trying to compare myself to people people my age. She's like, no, I'm competitive with like my heroes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also was saying that she's mostly competitive with herself.
Yes.
In the interview. Like she was like, I feel competitive with myself most.
Yeah.
And also we have to remember her brand, Rhode, is a skincare brand.
Yeah.
It's not. So I think she was basically saying like, I'm in this category.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to compare myself to like an eyeshadow company.
Yeah.
When it's like, that makes no sense. I'm not inspired by eyeshadows. I'm not making eyeshadow. Like that's not.
I'm not inspired by other celebrities' eyeshadow companies because it has nothing to do with what I do.
Yeah. Like her and Rihanna.
Why would I take their ideas?
Yeah. Like her and Rihanna have completely different brands.
Yes.
Sure, they're both in the same store, but they're different.
Yeah.
They're different everything. But so of course everyone was immediately trying to make that a stance against Selena, who also has a makeup brand. Again, makeup, skin, different.
Yeah.
But so basically the article came out and they tried to spin it like as if it was against Selena.
Of course.
And people were, of course, sending Hailey so much hate. And again, Hailey Bieber did not say anything about Selena Gomez in this interview. So Hailey even said, quote, "It's annoying always being pitted against other people. I didn't ask for that," because they were clearly trying to bring up Selena Gomez in the interview.
Yes.
And her PR person was like, "Don't answer that." And she just was like, "That's annoying." And also she was saying that to the reporter. Like she was like, "It's annoying when this happens."
Yeah.
Like, so I think the reporter had a vendetta against Hailey Bieber for calling her out essentially.
Or the reporter wanted to get a story.
Yes.
It's the same thing with paparazzis where it's like, they're not assholes because they're taking pictures, or they're assholes because they're taking pictures. They're doing it for money. Like that's where like, well, I got to feed my kids. It's like, well, there's other ways to feed your kids.
There's other ways to feed your kids.
Yeah. You cannot be antagonizing people just for money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then basically, So basically they spun the story about Selena, as per usual. But what was the strange part was like, they're always trying to bait these girls into these headlines or whatever.
Yeah.
This was the time that Selena like took the bait, like, which was kind of like a, "Hey, Miley, what's good?" from Nicki Minaj moment, where and then Miley was like, "Hey, you've been in the media a long time too. You know that the headlines are trying to cause drama." Like, that's not what I said.
Wait, isn't Selena on her honeymoon right now?
I'm pretty sure she should be on a freaking honeymoon. I don't know what her deal is.
Benny's not really, Benny, you got to do better, dude.
Benny, do better. So Selena Gomez went to Instagram and then later deleted her post, but she said on her story, "Just leave the girl alone. She could say whatever she wants. Doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It's just about relevance and intelligence. Period. Be kind. Period. All brands inspire me. There is room for everyone, and hopefully we can all stop."
That's not a good look for Selena.
Honestly, if she took out the line, "It's just about relevance, it's just about relevance, not intelligence," I would be like, okay,
we're kind of okay.
That's fine. But why would you say it's about that and then say "be kind" right after? That is so like, and also she said there's room for everyone. That's what Hailey said. There's room for everyone. That was her whole point.
Selena's such a mean girl. She's such like a high school mean girl.
And yeah, I get really frustrated with the Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift of it all, always having to be the victim of every situation.
It's real. Yeah.
I would respect them a lot more if they were just like, "I don't like you." If when people say "I don't like you," I respect it. They're being straightforward.
Like literally, here's what happened. They asked Hailey Bieber a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
She answered it beautifully. Selena's fans, looking for a reason to be upset, created this whole narrative.
Yeah.
And then Selena said, "I'm going to be the bigger person and say that I'm better than her."
Yes.
Like it's like,
also just the line, "I'm inspired by all brands," is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by all brands. Why would you be inspired by all brands?
Why would you be inspired by?
Why would you be inspired by all brands?
You're inspired by Geico? Why? Why?
Also,
why?
Doesn't that make you like at risk to be like, "I'm a copycat"? Like if you say like you're inspired by everyone, then I feel like people can be like,
"Yeah,
you're just copying." Then like it's so strange.
That doesn't make any sense because Selena Gomez always has original ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. This story was just the girls are fighting. I think Hailey is not going to respond, which I don't think she should, because she wasn't talking about anyone.
I just feel for Hailey.
I do too, because I feel like she can't even talk about her own brand without them being like, "And what about Selena Gomez?" That sucks.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
And Selena does not help.
No.
Selena should be the one. It should be the roles reversed.
Yes.
If she was trying to get, if Hailey Bieber was trying to get relevancy, she would
talk about Selena
all the time.
Yes.
She's not. She's trying to avoid that. Selena keeps on trying to bring Hailey Bieber back up.
Yes.
Which again, doesn't help her relevancy. Selena's relevant as hell.
Yeah.
So all she's trying to do is sick her army fans on Hailey.
Yes, like by saying "be kind," she means like attack.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I don't know. It just
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
Kristen Bell is facing some backlash for an anniversary post that she just made on Instagram. She posted a picture of her and Dak Shepard, and she captioned the photo, "Happy 12th anniversary to the man who once said to me, I would never kill you. A lot of men have killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I never would."
What does he mean by heavily incentivized?
Like just maybe calling her annoying or something like that.
Or maybe, you know what he's saying? She's loaded.
You think that's what he's trying to say?
That's definitely what he's saying. He's saying that she's bringing a ton more money to the table.
I feel like I took that as like you're annoying me, but I don't know.
No, heavily incentivized is definitely the like, I would inherit a ton of money.
Maybe that's what they
That's
meant.
what it is.
Because I was like, so everyone was offended because they were like, domestic violence isn't a joke.
Settle down. Settle down, fans. I'm actually like,
I am a little bit like, yeah, maybe don't. I think that's a joke you make in the privacy of your own home. I'm all for that joke being in the privacy of your own home. I don't know if I would caption that on Instagram.
I'll tell you why I think it's not as bad.
Okay.
Because they're talking about killing.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, the furthest form, the highest form of domestic violence.
But that's still domestic violence. But that's the most extreme version of domestic violence.
But it's the one that because of that, like it seems the most, hyperbolic.
Yeah.
It's the most hyperbolic. It's the most extreme. If he was like, I would never, hit you or verbally abuse you or push you down the stairs or do anything like that, you're getting kind of detailed there.
Yeah.
It's more of the vague thing. I don't think it was a good joke.
No.
but I also am like the people who are like, this isn't okay. I'm like, those are the people whatever they said they were going to find a problem with. They're looking for a problem.
Yeah. I mean, but they're usually kind of a golden couple. But I don't know. A lot of people just were upset with them. And
I think they're a golden couple to corporations looking for ad money.
That's what I mean. They're next up there was some room made after Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
But the top comment on the post was Dateline commenting screenshotted. I was like, that's kind of good.
Okay. Whoever a Dateline's like, we should just start doing this.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah. Musicians Lucy Dacus and Janelle Monáe just sat down together for a Musicians on Musicians interview. Kind of like how they do Actors on Actors, where it's like they're having like a conversation. Janelle Monáe started to talk about how she time traveled back to the 70s to see David Bowie live.
This is why we don't do music on music interviews.
Poor Lucy thought this was a joke, of course. And, kind of you could tell she thought it was funny and was like, oh, yeah, like he went back. And then as Janelle Monáe kept elaborating on her time travels back, she realized, oh my God, she's not kidding. And she politely sat there and just, listened to the story. But you know what?
Maybe she did.
Believe women, right?
Believe women. Believe women.
Like, if anyone's going to be like, I could time travel, why wouldn't it be Janelle Monáe?
Yeah, apparently she can do anything.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that her whole thing? Is that like Janelle Monáe is like the most talented, most amazing person ever?
She seems like on a different realm a little bit. So that doesn't feel completely out of the possibilities.
And if there was anybody who was a time traveler, it's David Bowie. So maybe he like traveled in the future and told Janelle like, you're inheriting my gift.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened.
That would make sense.
But I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. She was dead ass.
This is why we don't do music on music. This is why.
Sophia Richie just announced that she's pregnant with baby number 2 and probably the most casual, cool girl TikTok ever. And then went to an event for her new clothing line launch.
Okay.
She's just like effortlessly cool girl.
Yeah.
She's just one of those people where it's like, yeah, she's a Nepo baby. She's rich.
She's kind of got Kylie to her.
But like in like a more like old money classy way.
Okay.
Where it's like she's kind of Kardashians feel very new money.
Yes.
The Richies feel like we've been here.
Oh, they're one of the Richies?
Yeah.
Well, I guess she like really saw her older sister.
Yeah.
So she's like almost weirdly, because her sister's so much older than her, she's like almost weirdly like third generation.
Yes.
Richie.
Yeah.
Or second generation, whatever it would be. Third generation Richie.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. But
yeah.
I don't know. She's just such a cool girl. So she's got very cool style. I like her. John Stamos is standing up for his girl, Lori Loughlin, during her divorce.
With Massimo?
Yes. He was just on the Good Guys podcast, and he basically said she didn't have very much to do with the college admission scandal, and also was calling her ex-husband a narcissist.
People love throwing around narcissists. My favorite part is that, like, I'm a John Stamos fan as much as anybody else, but if there's anybody who's a narcissist, it's John Stamos.
Yeah. I did see some other clips from that interview. he was talking a little strange. He was talking very positively about her, which I totally get. And
he's a strange guy.
Yeah, but he basically was like, yeah, you can kind of call her the one that got away because we were never really single at the same time and like all that stuff. And they were making a joke like, you gonna go after her? And he was like, I would like open up my marriage to her.
John Stamos John Stamos has not aged well. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Between him and Rob Lowe, because they're kind of confusing if you're like our age.
They're kind of same.
Which I think for Gen X is like incredibly insulting to say.
Absolutely.
It's like comparing like Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I kind of confuse the two. Rob Lowe has aged so beautifully.
Yes.
So gracefully. And John Stamos has a rough Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I think.
But he joins the Beach Boys.
Okay. Like Rob Lowe is the one who has the more famous like sex scandal.
Yes.
But he
felt pretty vindicated. I think the public kind of is.
It was immediately forgiven. It was like, oh, you mean how he was unknowingly filmed with people he thought were 24?
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, okay.
When you meet people at a club, you assume they're overage.
Yes.
I think that's kind of the.
Listen to the Akon song.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the funniest song of all time. Put the blame on me. Here's why you shouldn't blame me, but put the blame on me.
Put the blame on me.
But you shouldn't blame me.
Yeah. No, he was pretty vindicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. John Stamos is, it sounds like he's an absolutely.
How would John Stamos know anything about the college admission scandal?
He said that he was the one who broke the news to her that news was breaking. He basically was like, hey, are you okay? And she was like, what? And he's like, with the press conference going on about you on the news. And she's like, what channel? And he's like, all channels.
And she said.
And then he said, and then I didn't hear from her.
Do you know how I know that's not true? Because it was a legit, I think it was like New York Times, right?
Yeah.
It was like a legit newspaper broke that story.
Yeah.
And the number one thing that all the journalists do is before you post a story, you have to call the people you're talking about to get their
reach
thing.
out.
So there's no way Lori Loughlin didn't know it was about to break.
Which is that he's using that story as him breaking the news as the reason why she's not a guilty party.
So that's the first lie of this story that John Stamos is telling. Okay. And again, it's like, so how would he know who was more involved in it?
He knows. He just knows.
As far as I know about Lori Loughlin and Massimo, Lori Loughlin hasn't been working for a minute, and that's okay. She's been a stay-at-home mom. She's been doing her thing.
Yeah.
Massimo is one of the busiest designers in the world, especially at the time.
Yeah.
I feel like she probably had more time to do a college admissions scandal than Massimo.
Yes.
But I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, I feel like John Stamos has a lovely wife. I would be so pissed if he was on a podcast talking about opening up his marriage to another woman.
I never want to blame a woman for anything, but she knows what she signed up for.
Does she though?
I think
because he divorced his first wife because he wanted kids. Like it was like he wanted like a.
According to him, I don't believe that.
I don't know.
He's a shady.
He is a little shady, but
he's a shady character.
He felt like one of those people where his whole thing was like he's like I really want kids. Like and then he had kids later in life because he was like I really want kids. That's kind of the Joe Manganiello thing right now. Also, he just got engaged. That was another headline I forgot
Joe
about.
Manganiello, I kind of got.
Yeah.
I kind of got him being like, I want kids.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's so unfortunate. And you can say like, well, you knew this when you signed up to date, a gorgeous older woman. Uh-huh. And it is unfortunate.
No, it is. It sucks.
But I'm also of the opinion of like, you can change your mind later in life.
Yeah.
And if he's like, wait, all of my friends have teenagers now. Uh-huh. And I always thought I'd be a dad. It's like, I kind of sympathize with him.
Yeah.
And it's like, I sympathize with both of them. I'm like, that's just unfortunate. But
it's just unfortunate. Yeah, I agree. I did start a note in my phone. I only have two things, and we've actually kind of covered them both today, of scandals I just don't care about.
What?
Like in the way of like, I'm not like, oh my God, can you believe they did that? Mm-hmm. I don't care about the college admission scandal.
Nobody should.
That was the biggest overreaction. Do you not think that most rich children get into college that way?
That's how they do.
That's how most children get into college.
Yeah.
That is not
how most children get into college, but like,
or like rich children. I mean,
there's not one rich child who applies to college without a leg up.
Yes.
Whether it's from a donation or more likely from a recommendation. That's what you basically do.
Yeah.
So like, you literally like, oh yeah, my parents' friends who are big deals write a recommendation. They're like, freaking John Stamos recommended this kid.
Yeah.
I wonder how much weight that would carry. But yeah.
No, so that's just one where I'm like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't think it took away the spots of anyone. No. You could they just add people too. Like
they don't have a set number of spots.
College is a business.
Yes.
They're just accepting money.
Like, sure, USC, a private school.
A private school.
A corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where I'm not up in arms about. I just really don't care.
And there's also a million colleges, and the difference between getting into USC and UC Santa Barbara, like it's not that different of a life experience, life afterwards.
Yeah. And then the other one where I was like, everyone overreacted. My God, was Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
Oh, I actually don't think so.
I think Chris Rock is fully able to be like, yeah, what the fuck? I mean, I guess more from the anger, celebrities.
The anger, I agree, was stupid.
Yeah.
People being angry about it.
Yeah.
To me, it was more of the, what the fuck is going on with Will Smith?
Absolutely.
I was like, that's like a real, like, that was kind of like, what did you?
No, it was an insane thing.
Like, who does that?
Yeah, no, it was an insane thing to do. Like, it was more that I'm like, I don't care about the reaction of it. Where I was like,
yeah, no, people's reaction was stupid.
Sometimes people get in a bar fight.
I was more like,
like sometimes that just happens.
I was like, people need to check on Will Smith's mental health.
Yes, I know, absolutely. That's more of it. I was just more of like why are we acting like we've never seen any sort of minimal violence before?
Yes. The battery's getting low. We're kind of running out of time.
Yeah,
Are you done with the skinny?
I think that's it for the skinny dip.
All right, guys, that's it for the pod. Grab a pina colada, towel off. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
In costume again.
Yeah.